we're going to be talking about the stuff we've been watching since last time.
Yep.
Since last time I've watched one movie.
Okay.
But mostly because I've been catching up with a certain popular TV series.
Yeah.
Or should I say rewatching the first season of a popular TV series, which we'll get onto.
Yep.
So I watched Samuel Fuller's 1982 film White Dog.
White Dog.
White Dog on the superb Master of Cinema series. I'm a huge fan of this series.
Yep.
I've got loads of them. I want to try and collect them all. I love them.
Yep.
So they're so like pretentious, and they even give you like notes in the back on how to properly view the film.
Yeah.
It tells you like what aspect ratio to watch it in, like the correct information, and it says in the back it shows you like an incorrect version. It says, the above image is a distortion and corruption of original artwork which travesties the integrity of both the human form and cinematographic space.
Oh no.
It tells you the correct aspect ratio to watch it,
Yep.
which is nice to show him that, but
Yep.
it goes a bit far, I think, in its description.
Yes.
So
famously banned in the UK for its racial message.
Oh, it was played hugely popular in Europe.
Yeah.
It was unseen for years in the US.
Yeah. US, sorry.
Yeah. I think it's been the same for the UK as well. I think it showed in cinemas in the UK, but it was unavailable on like video release for years and years and years. But it was definitely not seen for years and years and years in America.
Yeah.
Because of its topic.
Yeah.
White Dog is the story of a young actress played by Kirsty McNichol. I don't think I've seen anything else.
No.
She's driving home one day. She's an actress, and she hits a dog. Dog appears out of nowhere. It turns out to be like what sort of dog is it? Like an Alsatian, a big white Alsatian. She takes it home, and she instantly falls in love with the dog. She lives in isolation by herself, and it's nice to have like a partner with her. Somebody attempts to rape her. She just breaks into this really weird. It just breaks into her home and attempts to rape her. And the dog leaps to her rescue and basically kills the rapist. And she's fallen in love with the dog. Absolutely loves it. And then the dog gets out, and the dog's been trained to only kill black people.
Oh, so it's a racist dog.
Yes, it's a racist dog, which apparently it's an actual thing.
Yeah.
White dogs are an actual thing where horrible racists have trained dogs only to attack black people, because as the main animal trainer film explains, dogs only see in black and white, and they can be trained in certain ways to just only attack someone of a certain colour. So as you can probably tell, the film is a head-on look at racism. It uses the white dog as a metaphor for the barbaric and damaging nature of racism.
On a lighter note, that was also used as a subplot on the popular HBO show Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Oh really?
Oh yeah. He had a dog, and one of his friends accused it of being racist.
Really?
And then humorous events happened.
Well, thank you for that light
It's
bit of
okay.
brevity.
I thought it would lighten our discussion, discussion of the film.
Yes, a white dog. You need a bit of some brevity in the film.
Yeah.
So after basically the dog gets loose and it kills a few black people.
Yep.
And this basically lets women say, oh, holy shit, this dog is actually insane. I need to get it trained, and she takes it to like an animal trainer group, and the main animal trainer is he's a black man, and it becomes almost like a Moby Dick story. He becomes obsessed with trying to train the dog and basically untrain him to attack black people. But he is 99% successful until in the end he doesn't attack a black person, he attacks a white person. So the ambiguity is up to you to decide what it's all talking about. In terms of its thematic concerns, I think White Dog is very sophisticated. I think ultimately what film's essentially looking at is through the untraining of the white dog, Samuel Fuller is using the film to explore: is racism inherent in people? Is it an uncurable disease, or can people be trained to stop racism? Ultimately, the film concludes that yes, racism can be stopped, but hatred will never end. As shown by the white dog attacking just a random person at the end. I think that's what the film's ultimately trying to say. And it's very sophisticated in how it tackles that. I can see... considering the time period, I can see why it was such a controversial film.
Yeah.
Some people even said it was a racist film.
Yeah.
It's most definitely not a racist film.
It's about racism.
It's about racism, yeah. It's a direct look at racism. It's very on the knuckle.
Yeah.
It's very blatant about what it's about. And, you know, like I said, in my opinion, it's got a lot to say about the human condition.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's more to do with really hatred.
Yeah.
Expressions of hatred. Like I said, in the end, the dog is trained not to attack black people, but it's still filled with anger and hatred, and it attacks somebody else instead. So no matter what, humans are always gonna find something.
Someone.
Yeah. I mean, it's interesting because in terms of tackling of racism, it's quite rare that I can think of a film where he uses it as like a metaphor.
Yeah.
You know, like I think a lot of films that deal with race issues would do like a heady drama.
Yeah.
You know, something like The Butler.
Yeah.
Or 12 Years a Slave.
Is this my house or the White House?
Oh, yeah. It's very like, it's like 12 Years a Slave works really well, of course, but you know, like we've seen so many dramas tackling this issue. It's nice to see something that tackles it in a different way.
Yeah, allegorically.
Yeah, allegorically. It's almost like a fable.
Yeah.
It's almost like a 1984, Animal Farm-esque fable.
Yeah.
Like I said, ultimately the dog has to be like killed. It's a really interesting film. It's really weird. It's shot not how you'd imagined it to be.
Yeah.
I was expecting almost like a gritty aesthetic, but it's shot almost like a melodrama.
Yeah.
Samuel Fuller's a real. I've never seen any of his films, incidentally.
I just know him for his he was a macho man.
Yeah.
I think he's more. Almost all of his films are out of print.
Yeah.
Apart from a film called The Big Red One, which has Mark Hamill in.
Oh yeah.
And it's like a big sort of you know the type. It's a war film.
Oh yeah.
And it's like meant to be a classic. But he's mainly known for his big balls.
Yeah.
He was a man's man who didn't give no shit for women characters.
Oh, one of them. Well, surprising, yeah.
Peckinpah-esque.
Peckinpah-esque, that's what we were talking about, weren't we?
Yeah, poor man's Peckinpah.
Well, that's the thing. I can see maybe someone only like Samuel Fuller even daring to make a film like White Dog, because it is so on the knuckle about its issues.
Yeah.
Roman Polanski was set to make it at one point, apparently.
Really?
Oh yeah, after Chinatown.
Well, he was a ballsy filmmaker.
Yeah.
As shown by all of his films.
Yeah. So maybe someone like him would be suitable to tackle such a subject matter. But the film's got almost kind of this weird hypnotic nature to it. You really get pulled into it. And like I said, it almost does become like a Moby Dick-esque story where this animal trainer becomes obsessed with untraining this animal.
Yeah.
And it's got a few moments of brevity, but most of the film is quite intense.
Yeah.
You know, you really kind of just watching everything seems like, oh God.
Yeah.
But if you want an intelligent film which looks at racism in a totally different light, and you're going to get some light on human nature, I would completely recommend White Dog. Would you be interested in watching it?
I am I actually wanted to watch this before when it came out. I remember when it came out.
Would you like to borrow my copy?
I will borrow it and then see how good it is.
Yeah. There's a Blu-ray and a DVD.
Oh, good.
So
I can watch it on both my smart television and my normal television.
Oh yes, like your old 4x3 analog TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get it's shown in black and white. No pun intended.
But what would you give White Dog out of 10?
I would give White Dog 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
It is a very classic film which definitely deserves to be seen by more people than it has done. It's not widely available.
Yeah.
But the Master of Cinema release is widely available. It's on Amazon.
Yeah.
It is an excellent movie. And American audiences, it's on Criterion as well.
Yeah.
It's been re-released recently, and a lot of people are saying like it's such a shame that this film wasn't recognised as much at the time.
Yeah.
Now critics are seeing it as being one of the best films of the 80s.
Yep.
A lost classic.
Yeah.
I would completely agree with those sentiments. I really got into the film. I really enjoyed. All performances are really good. I love Samuel Fuller's style. It was it let the scenes just play out, and I like the ambiguity of the ending. I like how it's tackling such a serious topic in an interesting new way.
Yep.
I've never seen any film tackling racism in such an interesting way.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, highly recommended.
Yeah.
Highly recommended film.
Great.
Yeah, go watch it.